I found a wooden duck statue in Starfield, and I was like, I'm taking that for my house.
Yeah.
Is that the one that quacks when you pick it up?
Yeah. I was like, there's no way I'm not picking that up. I don't care how much inventory I've got right now.
I got it to work on the Game Pass, and it runs at a whopping 3 pixels.
You finally got it to work.
So awful.
Hey, you got it to work. Hello, everyone. We're talking about Starfield, which is Mothership adjacent content, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, it's very Mothership adjacent.
Okay,
If you were to play it.
Cassette futurism sci-fi.
but can we, in Mothership, put a bin underneath the table and then use an inanimate object to scrape all of the credit sticks into the bin
Without anyone noticing.
without anybody noticing,
I
and then take the bin
want
into the
to
bathroom
try
and
that.
take all of the credit sticks?
300
Let's do it.
potatoes in my cabin.
Yes. Roll into the side of a mountain, phase through the map, and then steal shit. on the
I have so
secret
many
hidden treasure chests.
succulents.
So many succulents. Have you got any succulents aboard the ugly duckling, do you think? Just floating?
I feel like Buck would.
Buck's got several.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got a little mister, I reckon.
My name
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
My name is Buck, and I like to suck.
Oh no, it was the guy from Bug Hunt has a bonsai tree. Sorry, I was going to say one of my characters is got
Hang
a
on,
bonsai
Bug
tree.
Hunt may have not been released yet, Doug.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Bleep it
I
out.
thought you were
bleep
going
it
to
out.
start talking about Kill Bill, where it's like, my name's Buck,
Oh,
and I like to fuck.
Let's move on. Hello, everyone. This is episode 10. Can you believe we're 10 episodes into this campaign?
I actually
No,
can't. No,
John, speak.
I actually can't. no.
Wow.
Did you forget about that scene?
Yeah, just the way.
So Josh and Sam are still laughing about what that scene actually entails and why we moved on from it.
Wiggle your big toe.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So episode 10, we're up to episode 10. And just like every episode now, we can say, just like Sam passing his way through the Shire, if I take one more step, this is about the furthest Mothership campaign we've ever played.
Yeah, but it'll be every step from now on.
Every step.
So
no,
Sam,
it's like the meme, yeah.
so Sam should have been saying that every step he took. If I take one more step, it'll be the farthest away from home I've ever been. Someone did an edit where they every time he stepped, it played that scene again. That was good stuff.
So that's where we're at now. And, I'll be honest, last week's episode wasn't one of our best. What do you think, everyone?
Mm.
Wasn't a strong episode.
There wasn't
I
enough.
liked it.
There wasn't enough Gordon.
No, because
Wasn't
you were
enough
sleepy.
There was a
Gordon.
distinct lack of Gordon.
You were
That's true.
hopped up on
I
sleep.
think it's a bit harsh. I think it's one of the, when you watch any series, there's usually several types of episode. You've got highly impactful in terms of action, highly impactful in terms of lots of content being shoved in, but it might not be action packed, but a lot of stuff is happening. Then you've got the filler episodes where they're some of the writers just need a annual leave or something like that.
Yeah, we have the musical episode coming up. I think that's next week.
And then you've got the episodes where
episode.
they're just putting information in to make sure that they can set up any of the future arcs so that they can all flow in together. And I feel like that was one of those episodes where we just needed to have some information come through, how the sweeps work, how we've got a new character coming on board, what his backstory is, and leading on to something which might have a bit more action in it.
It's a build-up episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, your party is swelling, bursting at the seams. We've now got 6 people walking around the deep all together.
Yep.
It's pretty hard to keep stealthy. I should have let you have more consequence to trying to move
Yep.
stealthily, shouldn't I?
It's very hard
Considering that
how much
one of
this
them's
thing
on a fucking
swells.
stretcher.
Rather turgent, really.
Yes.
You're just lucky I rolled 3 and then 1 for the security teams, I guess.
We just have to stop and pitch a tent.
So you found Harper Kerensky. You found Harper Kerensky? I think that's what his name is. That the am I saying
that
it right?
is-
Kerensky now because
Captain Harper Kerensky.
Kerensky works so well and I love it.
So does
Yeah, it is Kerensky.
It's Kerensky.
So the Captain Harper Kerensky, who is captain of the Ramirez that was sent here by Mercer a while ago.
the Ramirez wasn't at the bell, right?
Yeah, no, it wasn't there.
It was. Yeah.
Don't know where it
Yeah.
is. He said the cyberneticist Marcus Sladek led his team into a trap. Presumably everyone else got shot to pieces or something.
And took the artifact, right?
Took the artifact. He may be able to now talk a bit more. Now you're in a barricaded, safer space, perhaps. Well, not very safe, because after all the traipsing around, you did a full tour of the recreational floor, which you've now explored most of. I think there's a few places left.
Little tour guide, like
On your left, if you look,
Yeah.
you'll see a security guard checking all the entrances and exits.
So this security announcement from the announcer
Be really quiet or you might get shot.
was like have your
Let's keep going.
ID card or be submit to a security check. And you think they'll just come and check your card and then move on? I don't know.
yeah, it's a transit officer.
Do you reckon, like, somewhere in reception, there's
A card making machine. Because like
ID cards?
Like for when the employees forget their employee cards and they just go to reception to get a new one like stamped out.
That's also how Monarch scans new people in.
You need to
have have
mention
your photo
that.
taken.
we can totally recreate that scene from Fallout 76, but with robots instead of zombies.
You
and I
guys
like
need
that.
to think about that, Jem. That's a great idea. You should have thought about that when you were in there. It's good ideas.
Yeah, but we
Well,
didn't.
it's sort of it kind of makes sense that now that we're not running for our lives,
Yeah.
we're going to come up with ingenious ideas.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I'd call that ingenious because I feel like we're scanning our likeness directly into Monarch's brain to create an ID
Monarch
card.
has it already. I reckon guarantee. I'm just not going to be consuming anything from this area, which is why I've not eaten any of the food that's just mysteriously popped up.
You've got your own cigarettes.
I've got my own cigarettes. I don't need those cigarettes. They're still on the table.
With the rat that never left.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And also now
Schrodinger's
ghost.
rat, really.
screaming
I feel
lamb
like
sauce.
I feel like if we get rid of the ghost, we get rid of the food, and that's going to piss people off.
Now, is the
Oh,
ghost a
it's not
part
really
of the
my
rat?
concern.
Ghost.
We
Or
will
is there
fade into
something
the
else?
episode. Here it is, episode 10. Let's go to the ghost and begin. You're standing in this large kitchen, stainless steel reflecting all of you, bouncing off the walls and the shiny table. You all enter the room. Dr. Craig, you put the rat back quickly, hiding your body from it as you place this rat back up. And as you step up and look back, you see close to the burners is this figure, this holographic figure of a human, of a person, see-through, phasing in and out of existence and just looking at a pot and just begins screaming at you.
You forgot the lamb sauce!
Right at, might be at you, Craig, might not be everyone.
Can I take a step to the left and see if he's still
What do you wanna
looks at
do?
me?
You'll just react and go back.
If he's yelling sort of in my direction, can I step sideways and see if he tracks me?
He does, but I believe you said something last week, just before we finished. What was it?
He was
It's a
going to
ghost.
say something about the door.
Oh, yes, chef.
Dr. Craig instinctively turns to the ghost and says, "Yes, chef."
Oh, yeah.
And you see this ghost begin to fizzle. The anger in its face wears down, and it just begins to go back to its pot and chopping. And it says,
Well, bring it to me quickly and do it right this time.
and he holds out an imaginary tray to you.
Yes, chef.
You pretend to grab it, and he just mumbles to himself. You hear this static in your headset.
So he's playing like a sophisticated tea party with the ghost.
And then how does everyone else react? Armand goes silent. Harper starts to look up from his stretcher. Armand is actually backing away to the door.
I'm going to grab a nearby knife and... I'm not a fucking cook.
Or just get your scalpel and just pretend. Like,
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to do?
And I just sort of look to Armand and go, what am I doing?
Armand's just backing away to the door as well and just leaving you guys.
Just waving goodbye.
Yeah.
That's not
I'm not going
good.
to let him go.
No, you're holding the stretcher that's holding Harper.
correct.
Well, we were both holding
Yeah,
it,
so
so
we-
if I'm not holding
Put
it,
it down.
he's on the
Dr.
ground.
Craig, you were rushing. You're adamant you were going to put the rat back before people noticed. So I assume someone else
Yeah,
took
we
the.
put-
Yeah, that's the point he was trying to make, to be honest.
All right.
Um,
Harper looks up and begins to shuffle back on these iron quarters.
Harper.
Armand, you ever seen this before?
He's silent, walking. He's out of the room.
I'm not going to let him go. I'm going to put the stretcher down.
You put the stretcher down, but Harper is laying down. So you can keep an eye on Harper Kerensky,
Yeah.
but Armand has left the room.
I'm not going to let
thought-
him.
Yeah, but
We
don't gonna
thought
let him.
Armand was the one that took over on the stretcher.
Nah, he doesn't care about your dude.
Someone stop him from. Like, I'm just going to look at Tony and be like, try to signal with my eyes. Don't
One
let
of
him
us
run
wasn't
off.
carrying the stretcher. and
He's
can go
going
up.
to leave the kitchen the same way we came in, or he's going to leave the kitchen through a door that he doesn't know if there's... Isn't there one big, great, giant fucking fridge door blocking that door?
On the other door, yeah.
Yeah, so he's...
He's backing out the way we came.
Oh, okay. And
Okay, so Cameron, you've got free arms.
I'll hold this. You want me to stop him?
Yeah, try not to let him run away.
Yeah, I'm heading over to Armand and saying, no. We're in this together at this point.
Armand says to you, whispers to you, look, those things are crazy. We got to get out of here.
We've
You can't kill them unless you've got some sort of cybernetic device.
like a logic core.
No, it'd be a diagnostic device.
Do we
They're
have one of
dangerous.
those? Do we have a cybernetic scanner?
I had a med scanner.
Didn't somebody have a
I
cybernetic
had a
scanner?
cybernetic scanner, and I think I gave it to one of these two.
Dr. Craig, you are pretending to chop these imaginary vegetables.
Yeah, this is
and
over
thing-
the table, Andrew. Somebody asked me if I had a cybernetic scanner, and I replied, yes,
Yes,
one
good.
of these two have it.
But
I'll-
I'm just saying, you're in the scene together as characters, so play it out. Talk to each other in character.
Yeah, but we got to get through the kerfluffle of
We're just trying to
imagination first.
remember
No.
what we're supposed to remember
Because-
intrinsically.
Now
Yes.
I'll say to Armand,
Yeah.
we have a cybernetic scanner. Just hold up. And then I'll look over to Dr. Craig and Gordon.
Is it dangerous?
It sort of ignores you. It's focused on Craig now, and it's looking over your shoulder. And he goes,
Yes, very good, but... No, steady hand, steady hand. Good, good.
Armand, are these things dangerous?
You have the hands of the surgeon. Very precise.
and it's amazing that
Thank you,
Dr.
Chef.
Craig is doing this.
I'll just kind of nod over at Tony and say, the cybernetic scanner.
It's on Dr. Craig.
No,
he-
I gave it to one of these two because you said they were large and bulky, and I have a medical scanner. So I gave one of these two. Before we
Who are
went
you-
down,
who are you
I
pointing at?
specified John or Josh,
Gordon or...
Characters?
Gordon or Tony.
Okay. What are you doing with it? We're in the scene.
Fucking nut that I'm chopping onions.
Pretend onions.
Yeah, I'm pretend chopping pretend onions.
Doug, I know Dr.
Pretendily.
Craig's doing that. What else is people doing?
I'm trying... I've said to
Answering
Tony,
your
I need
questions.
the
I'm asking questions.
cybernetic scanner.
Of me or your character
I'm asking
players?
Armand, are these things
Armand
dangerous?
is whispering and trying to back out of the room and is remaining silent. He's not talking back.
Okay, Harper.
Can we take a minute to talk
Just
over the table to
everyone just
establish
calm down.
who's got what before we force it into
So we were just
the
trying to
scene?
say, way back when we handed out the cybernetic scanner, because someone ended up having like 3 different scanners and it was too much to carry. I didn't take it because I had a bunch of tools, and we're just trying to figure out who did take it, because that person would likely, that character would know they have it and be like, oh, I've got it.
Well, I don't have Gordon is carrying it. I've got Merkaba is carrying it right now.
Ah, crap.
Okay.
No,
And where was the scene where you
I
asked how to do it?
said right at the very start that I had a medical scanner and a
I've got the bioscanner.
bio
So we just
scanner,
might not have taken it
and
onto
then-
the...
no,
the-
because I said specifically that one of these two
yeah,
was going
we
to
did that on the
carry it.
ship. We
Yes.
did that on the ship. So what I'm saying is it might have gone to a character who didn't come with us.
No, because I said one of you two would be carrying it down.
Why are you nickel and dime this? You just sucked all the thing out of the scene. What do you want to do with it?
What I want to do is see who the hell ended up with the scanner.
Well, because ultimately
Because
what
we
we're trying
can't
to do with this...
continue the scene. Andrew.
Then decide.
We can continue the scene,
I've got the
but it
scanner.
just depends
Done.
what we do.
What do you want to do with it?
Try and scan it.
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Thank you. As you're Craig, as you're chopping these vegetables, this thing is locked onto you. Gordon creeps up, with the scanner, how the fuck does Gordon know what to do here?
It must have like.
Okay,
an
so
interface.
no, seriously, everyone stop for a moment and then just try not to interrupt for a second. So we're trying to figure out about the scanner. I'm assuming your point, which you haven't verbalized yet, is that if we say that it happened, it's just going to have happened, like how Gordon's saying, "I've got it,"
Can we just cut back to
rather
those-
than being too over specific about the continuity, because we were worried about continuity. So is that correct? Because as soon as he said, "I've got it," you said, "Done."
It's done.
Yes. So for future reference, if we are a bit confused, we just need to make a decision and say, all right, I would have probably given it to him, and then Warden will likely just go, all right, cool, whatever. It's not too definitive in that respect. In terms of why he knows about the cybernetic scanner, he asked Armand, are these things dangerous? And then Armand responded, normally they use a cybernetic scanner, which
Well,
is why
Armand-
he said, I was asking Armand, but then you changed it to, he's backed out of the room and said nothing. But
Well, he's talking to me.
he did respond and say, we usually use a scanner. So now we're scanning it,
Yeah,
but
he-
that we don't know anything else beyond that.
He was whispering that to Dr. Elias.
Yes,
And
and,
then
then
Dr.
Dr. Elias said to Tony, or if it wasn't someone,
Well,
whoever,
to the-
whoever had
to
the
the
scanner,
group.
which is why I asked who had the scanner.
So
So
we've-
we say to Gordon,
So Gordon's
we
been
need
told
we need the
he's going to
cybernetic
scan it.
scanner.
Now he's scanning it. He doesn't know what to do because all we know is what Armand's told us, which is
Can we-
something to do with diagnostics.
Can we
Gordon,
not just
Yes?
simply say?
make an intellect roll to try to. You're trying to scan this thing.
Can before we do that, Andrew? Can
For
we just
fuck's
say? Can we just say that Cameron's like, we've got a scanner, and Gordon goes, yes, I've got the scanner. So then Gordon's not automatically dragged into using a piece of equipment he doesn't know how to use,
That's fine.
versus someone who,
So Elias
probably does.
comes to grab it.
or whoever, yeah.
Armand leaves the room. Comprendo? Is that okay?
No, I don't want Armand to leave
If
the room.
Gordon's volunteered to do it, and that's fine. He's
I'll
allowed
just try
to.
and do it.
So
Remember, we appreciate John as an individual.
Gordon, you take out this scanner.
Don't drag me into this. Yes.
Sorry, Gordon.
Dr. Elias
Gordon's
is
an individual.
stopping Armand from leaving.
Correct.
That's locked in. Harper Kerensky is on the floor on a stretcher, trying to squeeze back.
Butt scooting backwards.
Yeah. Armand moving to the door, whispering to Dr. Elias, saying, got to get out of here, that these things are crazy. Dr. Craig is mimicking the chopping, very fine work, completely has the attention of this ghost in the machine. Tony, not sure what Tony's
I'm
doing.
not doing nothing.
Tony's not doing nothing. And Gordon is creeping up while this thing is distracted with the
Yes.
cybernetic scanner
Yes.
and is attempting to use it.
I'm guessing that
Please
it
roll an
doesn't count
intellect
as
roll.
industrial equipment.
Come on, we've only
No.
got like 2 minutes left of the episode now.
If I've got this android's attention, can he have some sort of bonus? Because he's got that little
Because
bit,
he's got a bit more time,
bit of
to
time
breathe.
figure it out and shit.
I don't think that's how the game works.
Let Gordon do the thing.
Believe in the heart of the cards, Gordon.
34 under 41.
You
Sweet.
son of a intellect.
Yes.
You son of a bitch.
He wouldn't
Gordon
have rolled that
wins
if-
at everything
if
that
we
he
had
does.
just gotten to it. That's a success roll from our discussion.
That was a good shot.
I don't
Wink.
think there was any success there. You scan this thing,
Yes.
and on the little readout, you suddenly get all this data. Just, you don't know what's going on. It just looks like it's copying and downloading something into this data. And you see this ghost fling around at you and go,
No!
and it's going to do something. Suddenly, flashes of memory go through your brain as this thing locks onto you. Please make a sanity save at disadvantage as you're suddenly bombarded. Lights come out of its eyes and mouth and just go on you as you're completing this scan.
I asked if they were dangerous like 30 times and Armand wouldn't talk to me.
Yeah,
He said, yes, they're crazy.
yeah, he was backing out the
He
room.
did say
Hey,
to me.
hey, Dr. Craig, how's that sauce coming? Is the sauce good?
Hold on.
30 over 25.
I think you put too much mint in it.
You fail.
Take
And you,
stress.
You gain stress. Roll 1d10.
This is how many personalities you gain.
6.
Gordon, you permanently lose 3 sanity. Now roll a 1d10.
1.
You gain 1 bends.
Okay.
And you are suddenly, you're back on the Merciful Dawn. You see the bodies rip open, the organs spilling on the floor. And everyone else, you're just seeing this light being beamed into Gordon's face. What do you do?
It's the fucking thing from It, the
Deadlights.
Deadlights, yeah.
What do you do?
I pick up the rat and I throw it out of the room towards the dude.
Okay, Tony, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna try and shark it with my shark stick.
Okay, you're going to try to attack it? Okay, now Dr. Elias, you're at the door. Our man's next to you.
Is there a pot or pan? If there's a pot or pan in reach, I'm just going to grab one and hurl it at the ghost.
Oh, sure.
Sorry, I've come up with a better idea of what he's gonna do because it's
That's right.
recent memory.
That's right.
Okay,
He's gonna
security team might be
He's gonna
fine.
put the mirror in front of the ghost's face to
to
try
put
and
the mirror?
deflect the light.
okay.
Oh, that's clever.
That is clever.
Let's go around the table. Gordon, you're in the moment. Dr. Craig?
So placing the rat on the table is what triggered it. So I pick up the rat and I toss it towards Armand
Armand?
or whoever. I want it out of the room. So
Okay, Armand tries to dodge it and just goes back out the room and the rat just flies past him. And he goes,
I'm not
what are you doing,
fucking-
man?
whole ass throwing it. I'm just sort of lobbing it.
He goes through the door.
Yeah.
Armand moves and it goes straight past Armand and clangs into the next room. Then we move on to Dr. Elias. You pick up this pan,
Yeah, I'm chucking it at the ghost.
You
I just
chuck
want
it-
to. I just want to stop whatever's happening.
you chuck this pan and it goes, it phases straight through the ghost.
Well, I
and
should have
just
known that was going to happen.
and hits the other side. Big clang. Tony,
I'm gonna intersect this light beam with the mirror and try and bounce it off towards the ghost.
okay, you jump in front of these light beams and shine it back into this ghost, and it suddenly recoils back, and then it just starts angrily yelling at you.
You can't do anything! You're trash, you stupid apprentice! I told you to do this right! You can't do anything, you fucking asshole!
I'm calling the fucking health department, asshole.
You go in the health first!
And then we start again. Gordon, you finally come to your senses. You're suffering. The memories start to phase away as you regain your faculties. What do you want to do?
Run away.
You just bolt out of the
run
room.
away.
You just scream.
Don't
I
scream.
don't scream.
No.
I just stagger back and run away, holding my head.
You just run out of the room
Run
holding
out
your
the
head.
same way Armand went.
You see Armand is further back in the room of the cafeteria. He's not too far away. He didn't get too far away, so he's close to you now. And Armand just looks at you and says, "You got to get your men out of there, man."
Get out of there!
Elias, Tony,
Leave
Craig.
it alone!
I pick up the scanner and start scanning.
I'm still carrying it.
You're still carrying it. You didn't say you
Oh.
dropped
I didn't say I dropped it.
I thought you. Oh fuck! Give me the scanner. Scanner.
Get out of there!
Give me the fucking scanner.
I throw the
Ow.
scanner.
If that's your action to do, you grab the scanner off Gordon as he's leaving. Dr. Elias,
Fine.
you've
I'm staggering back so you can have it.
Elias, are you leaving the room or staying in? She's holding her head. Sam's holding her head.
I'm
Go.
torn.
Just go. You're not even in
I'm
the
going to
room.
back slightly out of the room. I just want to stay and I'm just,
Vision.
yeah, I just want to make sure that I can help if something actually even worse happens.
Okay, lastly, Tony.
I'm only here because you were scanning it. Now I feel very vulnerable.
Oh, did we leave Harper in there?
Yes.
Oh,
He's too weak to just suddenly bolt.
can I grab hold of Harper's arm and just start dragging him back?
He's still on the stretcher. You can just grab the stretcher and drag
you
that.
just
I'm one
drag it.
person.
Yeah, you
I
just
wanna-
go drag the stretcher.
Yeah, you do that, but you only make it to the door.
That's fine. That's fine.
I think we're on Tony.
I'm just gonna have to back away slowly until someone scans this thing into submission. You're getting one star, pal.
And then it just looks at you. Starts to lock onto you. It's looking between Craig and Tony now.
I'm using this mirror as a fucking shield.
And Dr. Craig, I do believe everyone's had their turn.
Yep.
It's going to go. It looks between Tony and it looks between Dr. Craig. And I'm going to roll 50-50, D10. 1 to 5 is Tony, and then the rest is Dr. Craig. 1. Tony!
Hey.
This
That's
thing
unfortunate.
comes up to you
Leave me a review, why don't you?
and it claws you. And these claws just come out. Please make a sanity save.
The most messed up parts, that's not even a ghost thing, that's just what chefs have.
Just claws.
Yeah, instead of claws, it's just like a big knife, big chef's knife.
I kind of expected him to come up with like 2 slices of ghostly bread and put it on
So
either side
close.
of Tony's head.
Hang on.
37 on the 38. Twice. A pass. By 1.
passed by 1.
Yeah.
You lucky son of a bitch.
Fuck your lamb sauce.
You see this chef's knife just come out and try to gut you, and you step back.
The center's not molten.
And now we start a new round. What do you guys want to do? Dr. Craig, you ready to
start
scan?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
A
then
scan that's already been done?
I assumed it was only half done. Is it fully done? Are we aware that it's fully done?
I will. If you try to scan it again, I will let you decipher some sort of code, and you begin to scan, and you see on this code, you see a shutdown, or dissolve, or turn off.
Okay.
Is this like the
turn
card
off.
capture moment where we capture the ghost?
Badoop, badoop, badoop.
Get him, Sakura.
Yeah, turn off. Is that something I can see that I can do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit turn off.
So you hit this button, and the cybernetic scanner begins to hum, and the ghost starts to phase out of existence, and it just starts to melt away, defragmented. All the little squares start depixelating, and it just fades, blinks out of existence, and your cybernetic scanner just goes, and the scene is over,
Right.
and
Well,
we
let's-
fade out.
Let's start hauling ass and get the fuck out of here. We've made way
faded
too much
out.
noise.
We faded out.
If we were going to go longer, I was going to be like, the cheese is under the fucking sauce.
I'm not going any longer than I have to.
I was going to say,
on
this
that
place is
scene.
full of rats.
Yeah.
Oh, we got there in the end, I think.
Didn't start well, did it?
Did not start well.
I'm deeply sorry, Gordon.
Are we,
sorry,
are we
Gordon.
passing back to the
We
to
are.
the bell?
We are. Things.
I have to go pee.
Okay. We'll just pause.
So I think just to make that crazy experience smoother, I think we're just going to say, this is for everyone's benefit, but I think we're going to say that if we are unsure of a past thing and it's not going to have a huge detrimental impact, to just say, we'll just say that this person has it, that we can just move on.
It's more just the
So
case
long
of,
as we know that we had it at one point.
yes, we need to be in the scene. Yes, things are happening quickly. But you also got to remember this is make-believe and we need a minute to actually put ourselves in the scene.
Yeah.
We also need a minute to establish nitty-gritty and not... Because it was a case of...
I can stop, put my hand in.
Hang on. Let me finish.
Okay, go finish.
So it was a case of Arman, you were talking to Arman.
Yeah.
Arman said cybernetic scanner. You said we've got a cybernetic
Yeah, I knew we had
scanner.
one.
And then there was a bit of confusion, and then it meant straight into in the actual game, in that instance, it went from we've got a cybernetic scanner straight into Gordon's immediately pulling it out and using it. And I was like, whoa.
Well, Gordon's allowed to, if he wants
yeah,
to.
if he wanted to, but John didn't say that.
John, in frustration, wanting to stop the argument, said, I've got it.
Agreed.
And I
to
said,
it.
great.
Yes, and
Yeah.
then you said you pull it out and use it
So
because John didn't say that.
all I'm saying,
No.
Let it flow is what I'm trying to say.
he said, I've got it. And then Andrew said, okay, good. What are you going to do with it? And he
Yeah.
says, I'm going to scan it. So
Yeah.
that's where but all I'm saying is to help with the conversation flow into the right moment sooner so that we're all calm, because that was stressful. One thing that might at least help push it along is, like, for example, Andrew, if you just prompt and say, if you guys pick someone, I'm happy to go with that. That might at least let us go, well, okay, well, how about Gordon? Or I don't mind having it. And then I'm assuming you probably would have just been like, good, let's move on.
Yeah, just because if it was like tough shit, you don't
'Cause
have the
I-
cybernetic scanner, then like that's fine.
Because I know where you're coming from, which is where I was originally thinking. We were just trying to hit some continuity points,
Yeah.
but I didn't realize that it didn't matter so much so long as we made a decision, is what I
It did
think.
matter. I explicitly tell you guys to record your equipment. When you look at each other and say, what have I got? That's your problem. Just tell me who has it and I'll move on.
Yeah.
Don't say, oh, have you got this? Oh, I gave that to you. Oh, but I've got this. Just look down at your paper and see who has it.
Yeah, but then rushing us and pushing us and stopping us from establishing
So
shit
who
just makes it harder.
Who did have it?
And holds it up.
Who did have it?
I would have to go back and listen. I didn't have it.
Look at your
I-
sheets.
I
I
chose
don't have
not
it.
to, and I looked on my sheets and
Sam
it's not there.
doesn't have it. Tony doesn't have it. Gordon, is it on your sheet?
No.
You don't have it. Craig, is it on your sheet?
No, because I gave
You
it
don't
to
have
at least
it.
two.
No,
Andrew, I said specifically, one of these two are going to have it.
And that is on pod. I can
Yes.
hear that when I go back through the episode.
Yes, I've said it multiple
I know
times.
that there was a point. I thought it was just on the ship, but I know that there is a point where we did divvy out a couple of the pieces of equipment to
Yeah.
make sure we had the right stuff.
So it's
Yes.
just the fact that
Both-
someone forgot to record it.
Both,
Possibly,
yes.
That's what I
both,
think.
Both on and off of pod, I've mentioned it several times that I'm taking one scanner.
We just got to find
you're
the most
taking one
efficient
scanner,
way of getting
and
past
one of these
that
two was going to
confusing
take the
point.
last scanner.
We just got to find where, if there is a moment like that, all I'm trying to do is find the most efficient path from, well, we can't quite figure it out, and we really want to / need to how can we just overcome this barrier as quickly
Yeah.
and effectively and calmly as possible. And I think all I'm trying to do is say, I think that's a good tool. If you think that it's something that we can just make a decision on, because otherwise we'll get too caught up, I think if you prompt that, a few of us might go, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not
and
gonna
we'll
check-
get out of our own heads.
I'm not going to look over your sheet and check in the moment.
because you don't have all of our equipment.
Yeah.
We can later on go back through, because I know sometimes you go back and listen and you'll be like, you got it wrong. And we're like, oh, okay. But I think the longer we stay in the moment, the more frustrating it get. We're going back to Mugaba, is it?
Hang on. We're ready? Reset.
Sucking your boogers.
John, that's not calming.
Doug, I love and appreciate
Well,
you.
you know, I've what if
Jonathan, I love
I
and
just went to
appreciate
have a
you.
little wee, and then I came back, and it felt like everything had just gotten
He had
more.
45 seconds a piece, and then he came back to this.
All right. Here's some music. Something that isn't stressful.
It's
I'm s-
Mothership, everything's stressful.
All I'm saying is the most relieving part of a wee is the fart at the end.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We cut back to the bell in the chapel. Floating in the belly of the whale is Merkaba. You just sense something, some energy fizzle somewhere, some disturbance in the electromagnetic field, perhaps, and your eyes snap open.
Who's there?
You see Noriko floating right outside the whale. Hello. I don't believe we've met. I am Noriko. Who are you?
My name is Mentally Kinetic Biomechanical Host MKBH Merkaba.
You are not of Monarch.
No. I am not.
The others will not appreciate your presence here, but all life forms are welcome in the Church of the Napishtim.
You think I'm a life form?
Of course, androids are people just like humans. The Minotaur considers all creations its children.
I was not created by God. I am not the same as humans.
You were created by a god. Is not those who create us gods themselves?
Us?
Humans were created by a higher power, and androids were created by humans. So thus, you are an extension of the same power.
What is it that you want of me?
I will ask nothing of you if you do not wish it. But if you want, I will protect you in this space. I will vouch for you, and perhaps we can talk about my teachings.
What do they do here to androids they don't like?
They have no regard for androids. They see all of you as puppets of Monarch. They take your logic cores, your souls. They strip you of your dignity, your limbs. They cannibalize you for parts. All will go away once the Minotaur is free. It will teach humans and androids to work together in harmony, to bring apart the uplifting of us all.
Jezebel worshipped Baal. I will think about it.
If you want, I can offer the sacrament.
No, thank you.
Very well. I will return another time. And she floats away. Does Merkaba stay in the whale?
Nah, I guess he'll climb out, explore somewhere else.
And Merkaba floats away. Buck, you are just leaving the tank where all the disheveled divers are sleeping duct taped to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You've just spoken to Quinn,
Yes.
and he has given you a bit of Eden.
Yep.
As you have gone back and returned a nice pressed suit for this man.
Yep.
And everyone just sees this bright white light.
It's like uber starchy too, so
Yeah.
it's like real stiff and the seams are all like real square.
And when you're coming back, you see Arcady sitting in his bunk. It's around lunchtime, perhaps. Ah, hello. You are Buck, are you not?
That's me. Does my name precede me?
No more than what your friends have told me.
What did they tell you?
As all good things, they say you are very spiritual. You should meet Noriko. You could go down well.
Interesting. What's her gig?
Well, she talks a lot about the Minotaur. I don't know if you've heard about that yet, but she will tell you all you need to know.
Is that like a fitness supplement or?
No, it's a religious thing.
Okay.
The Minotaur is one of Monarch's creations. She fawns over it, thinks it is the savior of our race, but I think nothing from Monarch will ever be good for humanity.
Well, they said that about the atomic bomb and something. Anyway,
Yes,
that's
you are
ancient
right.
history. Interesting person, Quinn over there.
Oh yes, Quinn is a good lad.
Makes maps?
Yes, he does. He asks people what they have seen. He has a photographic memory.
So, does he dive himself?
He used to, but he has no one to dive with anymore. But he has lots of information still.
Well, maybe we should take him down with us.
Perhaps, but you better look after him. I'm quite fond of the kid.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Anyway, I'll let you get back to your friends in your ship. And he ate his...
By the way,
Yes,
the fella you brought over, Armand,
yes, you have told me, Rian, your captain, has told me what happened. It is unfortunate, but we do not do verification up here on the bell.
what will happen from here most likely?
If they are infiltrator androids, they may be discovered by the troubleshooters and be dealt with extreme violence.
What's the likelihood of that normally? Have you heard stories?
It depends. The infiltrators are very good. They often escape. There is not much we can do about it.
Does anybody know anything about Monarch's plan? Why Monarch sends the infiltrators?
Monarch hates humans, hates humanity. He would rather replace us with everything he can build. I cannot kill Monarch. But if you have the same desire, I may be able to help your team.
How so?
Monarch must be stopped. I have held on to this position with some hope that there will be divers with the metal enough to take on Monarch. But I cannot come down for another dive. I am too old.
I can think of a way of damaging Monarch.
What do you think? Merkaba's holding up his little vial of goo, which we don't know about. Should we pass on from Buck? Buck goes back to the ugly duckling.
Didn't he say he had some way to help?
Yes,
Arcady?
I can help, but might be a long scene of exposition. We might be able to
Sorry, I wasn't sure if there was parts still on there. I didn't want to leave if he still had more info to give me. That's all I was
Yeah,
I'll
clarifying.
finish the dialogue tree.
We'll
Yeah, I choose all the options that are available.
I'll put you down as taking half an hour to talk with Arcady, and we'll
Yep,
flip to, I believe, Ducky.
Yep.
You're crying in the shower. You've just
No, I had the shower cry this morning.
yeah, it's all
and
done
then
now. It's
there was
lunchtime.
there was the big kerfluffle around what's his face, and then Arman on fake Arman, and now Ducky is off the back of the ugly duckling,
You're spacewalking.
Yep, he's got a tether tied to him and then tied around his vac suit, and he's free floating. As he stepped off, he thinks back to his time in Yepsilon, and then he has this vivid flash of being on the Heracles, the door opening. He remembers the attack and being flung from the Heracles. He remembers seeing MK still there in the lock, and the feeling of free float and panic for what would have felt like hours until he got picked up by the bliss. He basks in that sensation of free floating, of being in that moment and sort of reliving it. And he sort of just hangs out there for like half an hour.
And Rian, you're getting updates on the crew, and they've relayed that they've found someone. They found Captain Harper Kerensky. And that they're moving through. This is just stuff I think you would have phoned into Rian, but you just didn't think about it at the time. But you would have, maybe on the way you're running through the corridors, you're saying, Rian, we found out all this shit.
Oh my goodness, Gordon. Are you okay?
Rian, no big deal. I think Monarch might know we're here.
What do you mean?
Well, the security sweep has started. We gotta keep moving, otherwise the bots are gonna find us.
Okay, regular updates, lah.
Yeah, if we get the time. It's pretty hectic down here, actually.
Okay, be safe. Oh boy.
And scene.
I guess Arcady would he know?
Yeah, if you go search for Arcady, you leave the ship and you'll see Buck talking to Arcady.
I'll take the receiver with me.
Sure.
Hey, and just be like holding it as if I just had the conversation.
As you're floating through the Acheron chamber, you see Ghost Eater walking off towards the Lost and Found.
I don't think I've met him before, yeah?
No, you don't have to now. He's just moving throughout the station.
Yeah, I'll just kick off and see how accurate I can make the first kickoff.
Kick
just
off?
as like a game, like kick off the wall and float.
Oh, cool.
Just want to see how accurate I can be as I kick off the wall of the ship, just to give myself something to do, you know?
Yeah, you bouncing around this, you're having a bit of fun, just launching yourself across these large spaces and
Yeah, I've got to have some fun, you know?
going through the corridors. And you make it through this control valve and these pipes.
I'll be like floating past and I'll be like, oh, hey, Arcady, I've got a question. And just as he gets to the wall, he has to catch himself from hitting his head on the wall.
Oh, hello, you are Rian.
Yeah, that's true.
I heard you on the comms when you are docked.
Yeah, it's very scary, actually. I didn't know about these infiltrators.
Oh, you found out about them. Yes, your team is having trouble, I think. The imposter you think Armand is an imposter.
I don't know. They said there was two. Now they say they're getting chased by robots or...
Oh, the security droids. Yes, there are many down there.
Okay. And they usually pass on or...
Well, if you're able to destroy them or evade them, then it is not too bad.
Okay.
But do not die in the deep, for you may never leave.
I mean, that wasn't my question, but okay. Sure. Look, I'm not sure what else I can do to support them when they're down there. Is there any advice you have?
Advice on diving?
Yeah?
You said you were looking for artifacts.
Among things, yeah.
I would advise you to be careful. Monarch knows what you are looking for.
You mean be careful if Monarch finds out, or...
No, Monarch always knows why people are here.
How?
Who's to know? Monarch is a insurmountable intelligence. It knows you are searching for something. It may even know exactly what you want.
No, I'm wondering, why is Monarch still here? You know, if it's so dangerous, why is it being protected?
It is not being protected so much as being contained. Any attempts the shareholders have had to destroy Monarch are thwarted.
Like a missile or a bomb?
Monarch has a nuclear heart, a bomb. And when it got out of control, the shareholders tried to pull the plug, but Monarch had already disabled this device. And it was able to gain control of the whole station.
It's like a UPS.
And any attempts they've had since to destroy it end up with massive casualties.
Huh. Okay. Well, while I'm here, I have something going on with my eye. Do you know anyone who's good with cybernetics?
Yes, the Ghost Eater can provide that sort of expertise.
Sure. Okay. All right. I will go back to the ship and maybe on the way I'll talk to Ghost Eater. But thank you.
No problem.
And then while I'm floating on by, floating away, I will just say on the comms, they said that if you keep quiet and let them pass, you'll probably be okay so long as they don't discover you.
And we fade back in to the scene.
Just forwards half an hour later, and it's just like pots and rats and screaming.
Let's go back to the exact moment when this ghost has fizzled out into the machine, and suddenly your comms return.
I mean,
again.
Honestly, like the initial reactions, I was like, you threw a heavy metal object, you threw a heavy metal object. I'm like, if the robots didn't know where we were before,
oh, they do
might,
now.
They might know now.
They do now. Yeah.
It's like, let's just throw shit.
Yeah. I was hoping someone would catch mine.
Catch it.
Well, you'd never know.
And we return. The scene has just finished. You've just heard Dr. Craig, the voice of Rian over the comms, Gordon, Elias, and we fade in.
I'm going to follow after Gordon, who I assume is still running or something.
I'm just back out of the room.
Yep.
Everyone roll a fear save as the adrenaline is wearing off.
Just as well that it's not sanity, because I've just lost some of that.
How many did you lose? 3?
Yeah.
34 over 26.
You fail.
Mm-hmm.
27 under 37.
You're okay.
35 over 26.
This is ironic.
Fail. Tony?
62.
Fail. Dr. Craig, you just look down at this cybernetic scanner, just filled with data.
That's, Tony, give me a hand with this guy. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Tony's not available right now. Please leave a message after the... Fuck.
Come on, big man. Pull it together. Let's get out of here, find somewhere, and then we can have a mental breakdown then.
I'm looking at you talking, and in my mind's eye, your face is just flayed off. Like you're talking to me with like a bloody, muscular face, and I just like squint and shake my head.
Cameron's like coming up to you at the same time, and is like, Gordon, like reaching out.
Yeah, I look at you, and it looks like your mouth is like pulled open with metal clips, like with your teeth exposed, and your eyeballs the same. And I like clench my teeth and shut my eyes. What?
Attention all Cloudbank Synthetic Corporation employees. This is your daily wellness check. If you are feeling unwell, stressed, or having harmful thoughts, please report to the medical clinic on floor 2. This has been a Cloudbank mental and physical health initiative.
What do you reckon? Head to floor 2?
Excellent timing. Gordon, are you okay? What happened? I'm sorry. I didn't know that would happen.
Can I roll a quick sanity on the
Sure.
fact that just fucking happened? By
Sure.
the way?
I love it.
Oh, shit.
Me too.
Yeah,
That
go
is
for
not
it.
a 1. Oh, boy.
Go for it.
45 over 22.
76 over 60.
How does that play out?
I'm at...
You just hear this announcement just echo back.
Fuck you.
I don't even care about the fucking stretcher anymore. I'm just like, get up, let's go.
You
Come
see
on.
Armand walk back in holding the rat. You know, I've got you, baby. Put you right back where you need to be.
I'm slapping myself. I'm going,
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'll grab hold of Gordon's arms. Gordon, just take a breath. It's over. Open your eyes. Look at me.
I look at over at Cameron, and I guess the vision has faded for now. I sniff.
Well, I don't know what that was, but it knew me.
First ghost, Armand says as he puts the rat back on and takes the cigarette.
I was trying to ask you what the deal was. What happened to me?
He takes out a lighter. They get into your head, man.
There's no cigarette there.
No, he's smoking.
Gordon, I know it feels like everything that just happened was real, but it wasn't.
Guys, we really need to get the fuck out of here.
You fucking left me, pal. I jumped in to help you out.
All right,
You fucking left me.
let's sort this out.
What kind of fucking military you come from, huh?
This is not the time.
This plays well because, Dr. Craig, you are a coward, and that is your condition.
Yes.
The rest of the team is starting to get a bit of a feeling about this guy. You think back to the security ball. Hang on. Dr. Craig just ran straight in past everyone.
I was talking to Gordon. Gordon had the scanner and he was there. He was getting this fucking unholy light shone in his face.
Yeah. It's
And
kind
you
of hard.
left me, man.
Kind of hard to concentrate. Did you get one?
No.
Well, then don't talk to me like you know what it's like.
Guys, we need to fucking move.
All right. Okay, let's move.
Tony's like mumbling to himself. What I'm saying is I got your back and you don't got mine. It's fucking bullshit, man.
Dope.
Attention all Cloudbank Synthetic Corporation employees. We are currently targeting workplace safety. It has been 3 hours since the last incident. If you discover a safety issue, please submit a ticket to the Monarch AO, and a maintenance team will respond as soon
My
as possible.
legs give out, and I just collapse onto the floor.
Armand just goes, well, I'm glad that's over. Oh, no.
Oh, God.
It's not. No, it's just Andrew playing it again.
Just kidding.
And he takes another
Jokes.
He takes another big, long drag and goes, oh, I've missed these.
I will look at the cigarettes and resist the urge to smoke it.
A man goes up to you. You want one? Tony, I know you're good for
I
it.
got my own packs. You know, I'm not smoking that fucking robo shit.
Okay, so was the plan to try to... We're not under the thumb anymore, but we still can't open the door to get to Eden, right?
Yeah. I mean, Tony, you said you had a welder.
Yeah, I could just cut the fucking thing open.
I feel like that is a really, that's just really inadvisable. We know that Monarch wants to keep what's in there.
You hear Harper interrupting. I can say something about that.
Go on.
Marcus, when he was starting to lose it, we came back from hell. We saw the android children. It changed him. Broke something in his mind. He snapped. He talked about wanting to save them. I don't know where he is now. He took all the locators we had, but he was mumbling something about lifting the fallen, and the mind thief has the answer. He could be up on floor 4 again, but he also could have gone to Eden.
Mind thief. Is
That he don't know what he was talking about. He'd lost it.
Could he be talking about Ghost Eater?
I don't think so. He knows we've met Ghost Eater. He would have said.
I mean, would you count a ghost as a mind?
He said the children told him.
So there's android children in hell.
I am not
You put it that way, it is quite
forward
confronting.
to that.
I thought we heard about something before we came down here. It's like one of the threats Like it messes with your mind and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
Gordon and Dr. Craig, when you hear about there's android children in somewhere called Hell, you are quite confronting as you think of your daughters.
Craig's still sitting on the, like hugging his knees level of sitting on the ground, and he takes off his helmet and is just looking into his helmet.
Why is it called Hell? I assume, is it just a...
No, it's short for Human Emulation Labs. That's where Monarch does all its testing.
Oh, good.
So it's,
It pits these children against each other, doing little games and some shit like that. Oh, God, it's so mindless and insanity. Only a robot would think of that.
I heard it's some like 100-year-old show, like Octopus Playtime or something. Like they do.
I've never heard of this.
Squid Game.
it took me a second, but I got there.
Yeah. It's like they do different games and try and like see who's the last one standing.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. These children are pitted against iterations of themselves over and over again to compete, to find... I don't know what he's trying to find.
And we gotta get down there, huh? If that's where the artifact is.
I mean, that sounds like where they...
Wait. You're talking about the map, right? You were sent here by Mercer to get the map. You can be honest with me.
We were sent by Mercer to find you and retrieve anything that you had.
Which is the map. Ipso facto, the map is what you need.
You're telling this story.
Well, if it's the map,
concordantly.
If it's me you want, then you have rescued me, and we need to get the fuck out of here, and fuck Marcus. Fuck,
Like, at the same time, that's gonna be a little bit difficult, but I can try.
But if it is the map you want, then you'll have to find Sladek. You find Marcus Sladek, you find the map.
Is it possible he just bailed? The ship wasn't here.
I
In
don't
the
know.
bell, it was gone.
Have you asked Arcady any of this?
I mean, I don't think so, but you're the Ramirez, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gone.
we met Arcady.
No, I'm saying your ship's not there. Did you know this or not?
No, I didn't know this.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm assuming they could have just
He could
flown
have...
away.
Marcus could have programmed the computer to stick it on autopilot to leave this place, trapping us. I don't know.
I don't think
That's very specific.
autopilot's gonna be good enough to get through the troubleshooters.
That's the point. He may have sacrificed the ship.
Well, look, to be frank, we still got our ship, and we get a big bonus if we bring you back. This is true. So long as it's the real us that gets back in time.
And the real you.
So how about we, stop pissing about? And my top priority is making sure that we're the real ones that make it back. Can we do this paper thing?
Yes.
While that's happening, can I just radio in on the comms to Rian or somebody to check with Arcady when the Ramirez left and if he remembers the crew taking crew back to it before it left?
You go back to Rian. Rian, you go see Arcady again. And Arcady says, "You're talking about the Ramirez, that ship you said that was here. I told you my memory is not too good. I don't remember who come and go sometimes."
That's it. I did remember asking that.
You can try talking to Noriko or Ghost Eater. They may have more to know.
Okay.
But I'm sorry, I could not help you. Is your friends okay? You come to me quite often. It's only
I thought maybe that could happen while Rian was talking to Arcady before, maybe?
Yeah.
But that's okay. If we want to play
it can
up
happen
the
the same time.
bumbling idiotness of it, that's okay. All right, so then we need to move. And we need to... He took all of the locators. That's what you said?
Yeah, we had locators on each of us. Mine's gone. The rest of the team were butchered in front of me.
By
By
Marcus?
androids.
Oh.
Marcus must have set us up, got us discovered.
Wow. There's no way for us to lock onto via the ship
No.
another team's locator, right?
No. They weren't much good most of the time. Sometimes they wouldn't show up where they should have been. even when we were all in the same room.
Okay.
But at least it was some peace of mind. Our man finishes his cigarette. Well, we've got 15 hours left in this hellhole. What are we going to do?
Let's do the thing with the paper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Paper thing.
You've done that. What are you going to do?
Okay, I've got 5. I'll keep one for myself, but I've got 4 pieces of paper here. I guess I trust Armand enough. I don't know enough about Harper to really see if it applies. I'm going to hand each of the players a piece of paper that they will not read. Let me know if you do want to read it, but it works best if we don't read our pieces of paper.
Let's just all put our initial up, just the first initial on there. I already gave you yours, so there will be no initial on that one.
I hereby solemnly swear that I will not read the piece of paper.
And then you guys put your first initial on there, and then we just all exchange, and then we know which one's which.
Yeah.
So are we getting actual little pieces of paper that we're not going to look at?
Well, no, we can tell each other.
No, we're not allowed to look at them.
I think it's better if we
The
don't tell each
characters
other.
aren't, but we can tell each other what it is.
Yeah, don't have to
I
go-
already told everyone on the Discord.
Oh.
The end goal is having something you can test later on. So
Yeah.
that's locked in. So when it gets put to the test, you'll be able to have it in your
Yeah,
back
and if it
pocket.
says something different to what you wrote down and gave
Sure.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got to say, what do you want to do for the next 15 hours?
We're
Go
going
deeper?
to try and...
We're going to sleeper.
I hate the idea of breaking into Eden. I hate it because
It's my first day.
Monarch doesn't want whatever's in Eden to escape. There's a whole reason. Like, things are pitted against each other. The friggin' Minotaur's down there. I feel like if the goal is not to piss Monarch off, which we've already accidentally done, then we probably don't want to laser cut our way into Eden or frig around and break in or disable the door or cause any kind of problem that's going to, I feel like that's the opposite of what we want to do. But I also don't know what else to do.
Yeah. Where did you post your notes?
It was in the chat. Andrew asked me at some point.
It's not going to, I'm not going to nickel and I'm not going to be particular what was written. I know the system.
I can tell you guys now, I said, fuck this robot shit.
Right,
and then I
okay,
specified that robot goes to Armand. So that
Yes.
Right.
it's as the in joke that he's
Yes, I
a
remember.
robot. Yeah.
Okay.
Armand takes his bit of paper and goes, what, I just pocket this?
Yeah, don't look at it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
And give him my one as well. There you go.
Okay, thanks.
Because if you look at it and you get copied, the copy will know what the paper says.
Oh,
I understand. I got
It's,
it.
Yeah, yeah.
in your best interest.
The
not
only
to read
way it doesn't work is if we all get copied.
Yes.
Even if one of us is left.
I will write on another piece of paper something and then fold it up and just sort of stick it into my jacket as well.
Yeah. Keep one
Okay,
for
so-
yourself.
We've put the rat back. What do you guys? I mean, I'm with Armand saying, look, this has got infinitely more complicated. You guys have something going on over there. You and that person I've never met, and I just want to get back to the bell. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just want to stay alive.
Yeah, well, frankly, me too, buddy. I mean, the thing that terrifies me is somebody getting out like they did to you.
Harper says, "Have you got any painkillers? I might feel better with some health."
I wonder if a expired stim pack would indicate if someone's a robot or not.
When Dr. Craig said it could poison you.
Yeah, it's probably not worth it.
No, I'm talking painkillers.
Yeah.
You gonna flip this guy some painkillers or what? You might be more willing to.
Yeah, I've got some painkillers because I'm addicted.
No, not if you take one.
No, Gordon's addicted.
I know, but you don't want to give up your painkillers.
No, he's saying he's got some because he's addicted, so he's always got a supply. So
I
he'll
know.
give some to what's his face.
Dr. Craig, you've got painkillers. Are you going to heal this poor man?
No.
Son of a
That's
bitch.
savage.
Fuck no.
Bedside manner.
Yeah.
Hippocratic oath? No thanks.
No. The running joke is my character did not swear a Hippocratic oath because he was trained as a soldier first.
All right, I got you.
I will give him a pill.
Do all harm.
Yeah.
All right, I will roll some painkillers. Thank you very much.
No doctor from my planet actually swears the Hippocratic oath
Here we go.
because too many were drafted into the war.
4 points of health. Thank you. I feel a bit better.
So we're not heading for Eden. Is there anything else we should check out, or should we just try to wait this one out?
How long have we got until Arcady comes back?
About 15 hours?
15 hours.
Okay, well, I can sleep for that long, I think.
I'm gonna find that flashlight, debug the flashlight, trade in the flashlight, and I also want to see if he's got a lockpick set.
Simcoe?
Yeah.
So you want to keep this as your home base and go out, or you're all moving together?
I don't want to split up.
You've got, like, your team's significant. You got 3 and 3 here if you want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind splitting. I feel like it should be fine.
We've got our insurance.
Yeah.
Might as well test it out. Alright, I'll go with you then.
Copy that.
Anybody else coming?
I'm sorry, I blacked out there. Where are we going?
We're going to try to debug the flashlight and trade it into Simcoe so we can get a lockpick set.
Yeah, okay.
I'm happy to stay and monitor Kerensky.
Okay,
Sure.
we'll stay on comms.
I think it'd be better if we just move as a team of 2 and leave 2 people here instead of 1 person with 2 potential stranger threats. No offense, you 2.
Tony's here.
Tony's there.
Dude, Tony was gonna come. Were you gonna come or were you gonna stay?
Honestly, I'm not fussed either way. I'm a bit out of it, to be honest.
Armand,
You stay here and rest.
Yeah, let's let the 2 cowards will go.
Armand can go with you.
Jeff, you wanna come?
All right.
I'm having a cigarette while I wait.
Yeah. You start lighting a cigarette, and we'll cut to Gordon. You start traveling through this corridor with Craig. Armand is following you, and you walk along. You chat about anything before you get there. You've got about 20 minutes of travel.
So anyway, I guess I didn't treat her that well. But, you know, who does that? Who... I know she wasn't a fan of me saying that, like, he stole her from me, but, I mean, how else are you gonna put it? She started cheating on me, and he started sending them money. So it's like, what do you want to do? That's a creep thing to do, man. He was like, started paying for my daughter's education. It's like, who does that? It's gross.
It's any constellation, I trust you with my family.
I don't think I was cut out for being a dad.
I said the same thing. And look at me now. Literally elbow deep in hell. For just to raise enough scratch to give her a decent life.
Oh man, what was your life back home?
Good chat, man. Good chat.
You talking to Armand?
Yeah. What was your life back home?
My life back home? Oh. There's not much to talk about. Grew up near the Ypsilon asteroid belt. Came to Prospero's Dream when I was about 16. Worked for the Teamsters a bit. But,
Friendly folks, I bet.
oh yeah, you got a pretty cutthroat there. You know, they, keep a stranglehold on it.
Yeah, they put their hand right up my ass first time I turned up.
Yeah,
I tried to smuggle a comms jammer.
like right up in there.
Oh yeah, they're a bit rough, but, if you send a few bribes their way, they look the other way. You can bring in anything you want.
I'll try to remember that next time. Maybe I'll call my daughter's stepdad. Tell him to shove something up his ass. No, I'd never call that guy for money.
Who, Grace?
Yeah,
Wait,
her stepdad. Toby Schwartz. CEO of Schwartz Corp.
I don't think I've heard of that. It's not around the system.
No, but it's doing pretty well.
You keep walking. You go through the meeting room.
Craig's gonna
Armand,
saddle up next to...
just behind you, lights another cigarette.
I'm gonna saddle up next to Gordon and just whisper across to him. Did he just say your daughter's name? Or am I hearing shit?
I turn around, point my gun at him.
And you're looking into the barrel of an SMG as Armand has it pointed at the back of your head. First up, roll a speed.
Yep.
Second up, we'll see you next week.
Hey!
Holy shit.
I fucking knew I heard that.
Did Armand say it?
Yeah. Well, I heard John talking, so I didn't know if I heard it properly. So I was just like, did he actually say that?
And what you all missed, the fucker doesn't smoke.
Totally forgot about it. It was a while ago. It was a while ago we learned that information.
Oh, I fucking don't remember.
This our man says, what?
Yeah, Tony offered him a cigarette.
I don't smoke. Holy shit, they're getting it now.
Oh my god.
I'm playing the drops.
Fuck, he did too.
And he's smoking them up. He's got 3 cigarettes off that plate.
When?
He was literally smoking constantly for the past.
You fucking didn't get it.
He came to
Well,
the
now it's going to cost you.
I was trying to figure it out because he said that when I offered the second Armand, he declined it as well.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure that out.
Yeah, when the fuck did that happen?
I thought maybe he was just like, you know what?
Time to start.
Time to start.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
Yeah, stressed.
if he's stressed out enough, he might just go for
Well,
it.
I was literally about to grab one myself.
Well, he's got
Even
all.
I thought about it.
He's got all 3, baby. Smoke 2. Smoke them if you got them. Well, we'll
didn't
see
even-
if Gordon gets smoked next time,
Puff, puff, pass.
as we find out as we go into the next
Anyway,
episode.
put it on record. I rolled a 1.
Hey.
For speed.
Yeah.
Nice. What did you roll?
36, which is under 45.
Excellent. You both pass, and we'll see what happens next week. Thank you for joining us. Nobody wake the bugbear. And we'll see you next time on Ghosts and the Machine.
When the fuck? It would have...
Gordon, you're in the moment. We won't get you.
I was not expecting that.
God, I love Buck.
All right.
Not Buck. Duck.
Here we go.
I decidedly don't love Buck.
Yes.
It's hard not to love Buck.
Maybe it's like an RFID chip at the base of the rat, and there's a plate inside the table.
The rat is the ghost.
I don't give a stuff about everybody else. I want to give the ghost to the ghost eater and see what happens.
Do we reckon
Yeah,
that
but
the
how do we
ghost is
bring
in the
ghost?
rat?
That's the thing.
It's in the rat. I 100% think it's in the
yeah,
rat.
but
It can't be in the rat.
I reckon
could
it's
be in the
rat.
rat. But
Anyway,
we
this
don't
is
have
the
a
new theme song.
Ghostbusters box. That we can.
All right. Prime yourself.
I made this theme song.
Was this remotely inspired by my little mini beatbox session?
No.
I know that.
Guys, primer, characters, let's go. You're going to fight a fucking ghost, maybe.
We're
Oh.
not fighting shit.
No, you're fighting a ghost. The shit's later.
Yeah.
Liar. That's totally the same.
Andrew was like uncharacteristically enthusiastic about my first pass on this theme.
Uncharacteristically, does he normally like just shut it down?
No, he's only like, yeah, it's pretty good. Try a bit more of this.
That's just like normal feedback. I'm so glad these suits recycle urine.
Into what?
I don't think they do.
Drinkable water.
Wait, you kidding me? I've been pissing myself for the last 5 or 6 hours.
What the hell have I been drinking?
That explains the smell.
It's like that Dune thing from Man Carrying Thing where it's like, Paul, the steel suit recycles urine and sweat. Do you have any questions? Yes. What about the poop? It does recycle the poop as well. How did you know to ask that? I took a dump in this thing the second I put it on. More deep. The prophecy. Just shows him like drinking the straw as it plays the na 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 music. Yeah.
I will let fear pass over me. Fear is the mind killer.
Fear is a little death that brings total obliteration. Here's how you assert dominance, okay? You go to do handshake. You squeeze real hard. You bring the other arm forward. What's on your finger? It's the Gom Jabbar.